Hello everyone, welcome to Gaiana Speaks. Let's see what our message is today. Hope you're all doing really well. It's wonderful to be here. I really appreciate all the feedback. It's just been an incredible gift to be so well received doing something that makes me a little nervous. And mainly because I'm in front of the camera and I'm just channeling wisdom. It's for those of you that came from my other channel, which is probably most of you. I've been doing tarot and oracle reading for a long time, even before this channel. And so it's not so much the doing the YouTube thing as it's being right here with all of you with my face on the camera. So let's go. What's our message today? Oh, Anna, which happens to be part of my name. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So it feels to me like our message today has to do with, actually starting to lay the foundation for whatever it is. Our theme from the first video, which made perfect sense to me, was doing the thing that you're afraid to do and planting the seed and trusting yourself and having curiosity and opening up to possibilities, all of this, right? And then, realizing that you can create your own sanctuary, something that makes you happy, joyful, and can also help others in some way. And just by being happy and joyful, you can help others. So I do feel like these videos might have a little bit of a thread running through them. So it feels like the seeding, planting the seed was what we talked about last time. So it's not just that you are planting a seed of something practical or physical or creative on earth, but also you're bringing the light into that seed and laying a foundation for something that really allows you to follow the purpose that you have in your heart, that spark. I believe personally, and I think Spirit is coming through and saying we're all born with a unique spark, a seed of light within us, and that we all are a part of this divine plan. And I don't know a whole lot about Anna, grandmother of Jesus. I do know someone channeled a book of her messages at some point. I think I started reading it and then stopped, which is common with ADHD. But I do feel like this is about trusting in the wisdom of ancestors, maybe even your own grandmother. Maybe there's a message here coming through for some of you from your own grandmother, that, you have these ancestors, especially if you have a grandmother who's passed over, or even just a grandmother who has in some way laid the foundation. Perhaps you have something similar in your heart or soul that you want to bring into the world. And so you have that within you, and you have ancestors all around you who can offer you support and help in laying those foundations. So, and forgive me if I look away from the camera a lot. That is a neurodivergent thing too. And also, like I said, I'm not used to looking at my face. So let's see what's on the back. We have inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yes, exactly. So whatever it is that you are bringing into the world that is maybe something that makes you a little nervous, but you're ready now to at least, even if you're not ready to harvest, you're ready to at least lay some of the foundation, right? Make sure that when you're laying that foundation, that you're doing it from a place within your heart. So this is about doing something because you love it and because it feels aligned, it feels right. And there's a devotion within you to do that thing. So this isn't a mental thing. This isn't a monetary thing, or and it doesn't have to exclude those things, but it's more about actually following your heart with whatever it is that you're doing, and trusting that your heart is going to lead you, that your heart will give you each step that you need to take, right? And this is coming from within you. It's like bringing your own temple out into the world. So some of you may be creating like a temple sanctuary, like a room where you can have your own spiritual devotion, or a corner of your home. where you can connect and tune into your heart as you take the steps to lay this foundation, to bring whatever is within you that's a part of your divine plan out into the world, right? And so I think this is such a beautiful message, you guys. So let's see. We get one more. Turn criticism into kindness. Yes, so don't be hard on yourself. I'm hearing that song, Don't Be So Hard on Yourself, Girl, by Jess Glynn. So that might resonate for some of you. You don't have to judge whatever you create from your heart. You don't have to judge others. And there's something here about embracing our differences and really truly allowing for differences, allowing for your own unique way of expressing, way of being in the world, and knowing that you can also reach out for help. I'm hearing something about like, nobody likes unsolicited constructive criticism or advice. I mean, maybe there's a few people that like it, but this is something about, knowing that you can put yourself out there. And even if there are critics, unsolicited critics, or, your own inner critic, you can change that message within you. You can see it as coming from a place of people wanting to help, or coming from someone else's wounding, because they were criticized for doing something that they loved, and now they feel ashamed, or, they feel the need to project that. Or if it's your own inner voice, right? You can tell yourself, you know what? I appreciate you for trying to help me to do things right, to do things well, to achieve more, to be better at whatever it is, right? But you can be gentle with yourself. You can tell that voice, thank you. Thank you for trying to protect me, trying to hone my skills, trying to help me to improve. But you can speak more gently, more kindly to yourself. Yeah, that's what it feels like. So be kind, be gentle to yourself. Don't be critical of what you bring out into the world. And try not to be critical of others. Try to understand your unique differences. And the more gentle and kind we can be with ourselves, and the more authentic we can be with ourselves, the easier it is to see when other people's criticisms are about themselves and not about us. And the easier it is for us to create. So hopefully this message is making sense. I'm feeling a little more confident today. So that's a good feeling, right? Because this is the second time that I've done this. So don't criticize yourself, right? Try your best to, not try to be perfect. All right. So we are going to get, an adventure tarot card, and then we're going to be done today. So what do we have here? The 8 of Pentacles. I'm hearing you can do it. So this is about putting dedicated work into whatever it is that you're creating. This is about, knowing that the things that you plant are going to grow too. The 7 of Pentacles is a card before this where oftentimes the person is depicted looking at, hanging out on their little pitchfork or shovel or whatever, looking at their pentacles, saying like, is it going to grow? Can I harvest it? Is it ready yet? There's a lot of patience involved. And the 8 of Pentacles is usually a card that indicates that there has been some sort of harvest, but now you have to maintain that, right? You have to continue to work on it. You have to continue to focus and, build. It's a card of action. And in this card, it looks like, there's something about, climbing and rising up and growing too. I'm seeing these pentacles planted in the ground, right? So just know that each step you take towards that dream or that goal or the foundation that you're building, it will lead you somewhere, but you have to make dedicated effort. And take the steps that you need to take. So don't stall. I'm hearing don't stall. And we have strength. So Leo energy here. So look at her getting ready to take the first step of a race, right? So there's something about pacing yourself, right? So I'm hearing, there's something very strong in this message today about don't be too critical of yourself. Kind of tame that inner critic. And there's something about discipline here with strength, something about training and discipline coming through. So you can, I'm seeing her, you know, in the original card, just gently taming the lion, right? Kind of closing the lion's mouth. And that's what you can do basically with your inner critic, is just kind of tame, quiet it down. So it's not about being harsh with yourself. Discipline isn't meant to be harsh, to be aggressive. You may stumble, you may fall, right? And you may not finish first, but that's okay. It's about getting back up and trying again and making dedicated effort, right? And also taming your distractions, things that aren't healthy, things that might pull you away. Things also, you know, a lion can be scary, right? Dangerous. So there's something about taming your fears and just quieting them down and taking, you know, take the leap. This isn't the fool, but she's about to run a race. She's about to jump. She's about to launch herself out there. So for some of you, you have like a project launch, right? And, you know, just, you might need, you know, at least some good shoes, the right outfit, right? Whatever it is that you need. But you don't need a lot. You just need something to start with. It was the same message in our first video on the channel, was you don't need everything. You just need to be able to focus, give yourself a little bit of gentle discipline, try to remove the distractions, focus, again, focus. That's an important word today. And just go, right? And you can always come back around to the racetrack and try again. If you don't finish first, or maybe you actually give up before the race is over, right? That's okay. You can start over. You can go back to the beginning, right? So that feels like the message today. It's a much more lively energy coming through today, and a feeling of like you've already kind of broken through the ground, right? The seed is planted, the foundations are laying, the whatever is, it's growing, and it's going to take dedicated effort, but you can do it. Yeah. So remember to be gentle with yourselves. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very, very much. Yeah. And I hope to see you again. Bye.